There are so many fun ways to get in language practice, and one of my favorites is through video games. Today, I want to share with you 4 tips I have to help you get the most out of gaming in another language. For more language related content, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to be notified when I post a new video. So recently, I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing, but I just started playing Pokemon Sword again in Spanish. And those are 2 really great games to play for language practice, and in a moment I'll share with you why. But my first tip is play a game you've played before or that you're really familiar with. And it's important that you do that because you might have a hard time moving forward in a game if you're not quite sure what the objective is, especially if your language skills aren't that good yet. However, if you play a game in your target language that you've already played before in your native language, you won't be so fixated on all the little vocabulary that you don't know, and you'll still be able to progress through the game while picking up a few new words or phrases here and there. Tip number 2. Play games with a lot of dialogue. And that's why I said that Pokemon Sword and Shield, as well as Animal Crossing, are 2 really great games to play for language practice, because both of those games include a ton of dialogue. I personally like playing games with a lot of dialogue when I play them in another language, because then I'm actually learning some words or phrases I can use in real life versus just some vocabulary here and there that really is only applicable to video games. So play games like Animal Crossing, Pokemon, a lot of different RPG type games also have a lot of dialogue. So look out for games where you can actually learn something that you can use in the real world. So I talked a bit about Animal Crossing and Pokemon Sword and Shield, but what are some of the games you like to play? Tip number 3, have a notebook ready. It's so important that when you're doing anything related to your language studies, you have a little notebook on the side next to you, or even just your phone to take down some notes if there's ever a word or phrase that pops up that you're really interested in. When I'm playing games, I don't write down every single word that I don't know, because then that takes the enjoyment out of playing for me. However, if you're someone that likes to write down everything you don't know, then go ahead and do that. But if you want to be more invested in the game, maybe only write words that you notice are popping up very frequently, because that might mean it's a word that you should be using in your own speech. Or write down a word that just looks interesting to you. You might have no idea what it means, but it might catch your eye. So just have something next to you that you can use to write down a few notes here and there while you're playing. And tip number 4, this isn't related to playing games, but it's still about games. Watch videos in your target language that talk about the game you're playing. I find this really fun to do because sometimes you're playing a game and you get stuck in a certain part, so you might go watch a video to help you get past that. Well, why not try doing that in your target language? Or maybe there's a lot of things you can do in the game you're not even aware of. And by watching someone talk about it, you might discover a whole new set of things you can do in the game, which makes it even more fun for you to play. So what I do to find videos in my target language is just type in the name of the game and then type in the language that I want to watch it in that language. For example, I'll type in Animal Crossing Español, and then I'll get a bunch of videos for Animal Crossing videos for people that speak Spanish. So try that out. And if you don't find a game right away that people have made a video on, just keep looking for different games, because I'm sure you'll find something that someone has done in the language you're learning. Now, I want to say that playing games to learn a language should not replace whatever your primary method of studying is. If you're using a textbook, having online lessons, or using some kind of website, keep doing that. But I think that video games is just a fun thing that you can do to incorporate into your language routine as something fun to do that's not just hardcore studying. If you like this video, then don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.